Well, this is the story of two versions of the same song. The song is called Mollie, Bawn and Briain. The first version we found in Bundoran. The second version is attributed to my grandmother, May O'Brien. But the story starts a long way from Tuam.
Leo did all the driving. We were going round doing a few old gigs here and there. 5 weeks we were in it. This day anyway, he says to me, will you look up the Screaming Orphans? I'd never heard of them. 4 sisters from Bundoran, Joan, Grania, Marie Therese and Angela Divers, the Screaming Orphans. We were all going to be playing at the Ohio Celtic Festival in Mentor, not far from Cleveland. My first impression of the Screaming Orphans was when they were performing on stage. I saw an experienced live band on top of their game and holding that festival crowd. She's kicking 4 on the floor with her leather boots, singing a song with yelps and whoops, blonde hair flashing, cymbals clashing. Rest of the band is giving it a lash, putting on the harmony in that show business, if you please. They're the orphans, Screaming Orphans, orphans.
Things going on. Yes, there is.
Where are we going today?
We're going to Sligo first, and then we're going to go to Bundoran. Let's see, visit our friends from our
For life as musicians.
They're from Donegal and they're from New York.
Yeah. And the mother was singing the song that Joe Glanny wrote.
Yeah, I wonder, did she write it or did she just write a version of it and then other people wrote different versions?
Come listen to me story, Mollie Bawn. I'm out for good glory, Mollie Bawn. I listed in the army for the size of Morgan Army. Feeling guilty while the journey, Mollie Bawn. Russia Brian, you've been drinking, now you roll. I can tell it by your winking, Brian, no. But you dare be such a villain as to take the Saxon shilling and to do the dirty killing, Brian, oh. And sure, what will all the boys say, Brian, oh? When you burn the red coat in, Brian, oh. I'll listen when it bleeds you up the villain that takes me, if you drive Mollie crazy.
This is Kathleen Fitzgerald. She used to be the singer in Fitzgerald's Cayley band, but here she's singing in her own house, accompanied by her 4 daughters, the Screaming Orphans. The song is Mollie Bawn and Briain. I knew this song, had heard it at the Tuam lunchtime music session, performed by PJ McGrath and Mary Laurel. Mary told me the song was written by May O'Brien, Leo's granny. So to hear it in Kathleen's repertoire in Bundoran was a surprise. They gave us a great welcome at the Divers house. We got the Donegal hospitality, rhubarb tart and ice cream, and a concert of music and song. You wouldn't find the like of it anywhere. But the time came to go, so we went out and took the selfie. Myself and Leo hit the road for Tuam. Kathleen remembers finding the lyrics to Mollie Bawn and Briain handwritten into the guest book at her family's boarding house by some unknown visitor. She sang the song as a duet with her brother Barney in Fitzgerald's Cayley band, and it proved so popular with the audience that the band recorded it. The song was written and recorded by another local woman, Delia Murphy, along with Richard Hayworth. Mayo Briain wrote a sketch based on the song, and we were given a video of that sketch being performed by Nellie Fahey and Mary Laurel at an old folks party in Tuam. As the fun commences, the Johnny Flynn Band is on stage with Billy Holian singing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mollie Bawn and Briain Oak.
How did you get in?
I have a date with Brian. But 'tis later for our meeting, Brian, oh, and me heart with fear was beating, Brian, oh, that Mac Porter you'd been drinking, or at some girl be winking, for I fear that you don't love me, Brian, oh.
Oh, me feet are tired from walking, Mollie Bawn, and me tongue is tired from talking, Mollie Bawn. Oh, me second neighbour had to trudge you to the labour on the dotted line for signing, Mollie Bawn.
Would you try your hand at working, Brian, oh? 'Cause I think you do be shirking, Brian, oh. If you got into the factory and they found you satisfactory, you'd be manager in no time, Brian, oh.
Oh, there's truth in what you're saying, Mollie Bawn. Sure, they mightn't think that fair, Mollie Bawn. But if I should go and see the man that's out indeed, he might speak a word for me, Mollie Bawn.
Oh, we're 19 years of walking, Brian. And the neighbours to be talking, Brian, oh. They're saying 'tis time we marry.
Thanks, Lord.
For if we much longer tarry, we'd have missed the bus entirely, Brian, oh.
Let the neighbours mind their business, Mollie Bawn. I was 66 last Christmas, Mollie Bawn. You're only 57, but marriage is no heaven, and we stay young and single, Mollie Bawn.
Oh, me have to stare me torn, Brian, oh. 'Cause a letter came this morning, Brian, oh. Uncle Jamesy, more's the pity, has died in New York City, and I'm not there beside him, Brian, oh.
Now, will you shut up your foolish bladder, Mollie Bawn? Sure, Uncle James, it didn't matter, dear, at all. When he was home last summer, he was nothing but a bummer. If he didn't die, they'd shoot him, Mollie Bawn.
The lawyer wrote a letter, Brian, oh, and the news could be no better, Brian, oh. Just think that I'm get funny, but he left me all his money, and now we can be married, Brian, oh.
Oh, the news could be no better, Mollie Bawn. Oh, me heart for joy is singing, Mollie Bawn. 'Cause we get the priest the warning, we get married in the morning. We live happy ever after, Mollie Bawn. Brian, you the big boy.
Sadly, Nellie's no longer with us, but Mary is alive and well and told us recently at her home about her involvement with the Tuam Theatre Guild. She was part of the cast of Shadow of a Gunman in 1960, performing alongside her neighbour Tommy Murphy from Churchview.
Things. But Murphy was in that now.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, and
He was Donald Devon,
that's Shadow of a Gunman.
and Tommy Varden was Seamus Shields.
Mm-hmm.
a peddler. Do you remember this well? You do?
Oh, I do, very well, yeah.
1960.
Yeah. Yeah, that was early on.
So you're Mary Higgins, are you?
I'm Mary Higgins, yeah.
Mrs. Henderson.
Mrs. Henderson. Yeah.
What was Mrs. Henderson like?
She was, come along in, Mr. Davern, he's one of our own. There's a letter for you, there's a letter. Well, this is the time of On the Outside, when I was in the theatre guild in the beginning. I knew when Murphy and Noel O'Donoghue were writing On the Outside, because that was 1959-60, you know. And we knew Murphy and Noel O'Donoghue were writing a play, you know, but they wouldn't let us see it now or anything like that. But that's where it all started.
Tom Murphy and the Saw Doctors achieved great success writing about their local plays for a wider audience. But in the generation before that, May O'Brien wrote directly towards her local audience, as her son Martin describes.
Oh yes, my mother wrote a parody on the Old Bog Road. And it was all about what happened up the Dublin Road. I went to school up the Dublin Road, the courthouse was up the Dublin Road. And the final one was the journey. The final journey was up the Dublin Road to the cemetery. And there was a man called Johnny Bawn. And he sang it at a concert in the town hall. It was the talk of the town. My mother used to write parodies on a lot of things. She had a beautiful mind. She never gossiped or said anything bad about anybody. Everything in the garden was rosy. Of course, she was a lousy cook and she hated housework, but she got through it.
My feet there in the square of Tuam, this cold and frosty morn, and I'm thinking of how changed it is, the town where I was born. Oh, the young are growing older, and the old have passed away, and that's the way the world is. We all must have our day. Ah, the years have fled too swiftly since a lad I proudly strolled up to the Christian Brothers' schools in the Dublin Road. For someday in the future, when I'm told by Dr. Tom, you best be getting ready now, your time has nearly come. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'll not complain or murmur, but I lay me down my load, for we cannot dodge that journey up the Dublin Road.
Well, there you go now. We started in Bundoran in County Donegal, via Ohio in the United States, and we ended up in Tuam, up the Dublin Road. Although the Dublin Road isn't even the way we'd go to Dublin these days. But we enjoyed the journey, and thanks for coming with us.